Hey there, my Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your timeless soulmate read, though posting in January 2021. I'm your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mel for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions, the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons, but you can call me now. Hey, also fellow Earth sign Virgo that I am. I love trying to help out my Earth sign brothers and sisters on planet Earth, particularly after the year we've just been through, and Happy New Year. We made it to 2021. Yay. I'm so glad you did, right? So let's get down to business. This is a timeless soulmate contract read. Soulmate is a type of soul contract different than from Twin Flame. There are links in the description box explaining that. If you're one of my returning subscribers and have been following for a while, you know the difference because I talk about it every time. I'm not doing that so much in this series. That's why the links are down there if you want to check it out. But let it suffice to say that the foundation of a soulmate contract is that you help each other heal through the quantum entanglement of a soulmate contract, whether you know each other or not, right? Now, I do feel like a lot of soulmates that have not come together, and by the way, they're not just romantic sexual, but these readings are the happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate contracts, right? Ones we've been working on for centuries, right? That what these readings do give you clarity. We're going to look at like a contract, party number one, party number two. Party number one we're calling divine feminine. Party number two, divine masculine. It's just a way of saying it. I would prefer to say divine yin and divine yang and take it out of gender in that way and keep it in energetic dynamics. But that's more Eastern than Western. And I'm a good balance of both, I think, in terms of my philosophy and my spiritual path, integrating it all, right? So, yeah, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Sometimes there's mirroring that goes on in a soulmate contract too. So you might find yourself bopping back and forth. It can get fluid that way. So just remember it's a general read, right? Take the pieces that resonate. Don't try and do the mental gymnastics. How does it feel in your body? What is your physiological intuition telling you about it, right? What chakra shifts as we go through the reading? Just pay attention to that. Cool. And the best I can recommend, stay in the present moment, feet on the floor and breathe, right? That's the best anyone can do for a reading, whether it's face-to-face with somebody or any of these videos or anywhere where general reads. You know, it's work. I get it. It's totally work. Sorry, there was a card flipped over from the previous reading. They'll get shuffled anyway. All right, all the decks that I read are in the description box below. Oh, there is an extended reading for this. The link is there below as well. And those are all the oracle cards that are going to hit in the, well, my phone just glitched again. This is actually the second Taurus reading that I did, but I caught it that time. Sometimes you catch it, and sometimes you don't. You have to start over. So where was I? Yeah, all the decks that I read are in the description box below. The extended reading on Vimeo will have just as many cards. They essentially said to me, get these 13 down for YouTube, and then when you get to Vimeo, just go wild. Clarify everything that you can until it feels done. And that's exactly what I'm doing. So I've got surrounded by divination systems. So let's rock and roll with this one. Like I said, we're going to start with 3 Carolyn Mace archetype cards, one for her, one for him, one for them, the overall contract. Remember, it's not about gender. I just need to keep the pronouns so my mind doesn't explode. It would take forever to whatever, you know what I'm saying. Please bear with me and do the best I can. We all are, right? So I guess that's about it. Enough exposition. I'm tired of doing it. Breathe. Yeah, it's all about that first breath, isn't it? Oh, my collective pantheons of the divine. My collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters of soulmate contracts, and the higher selves of all involved, please. 3 cards in clarity. 1 for the divine feminine in this Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate contract, timeless. Whenever they're supposed to see it, the divine feminine. Same, please, for the divine masculine. He jumped right into my hand. He's eager. And please, 1 for the overall contract, which will be the last card we turn over in this reading to give you the overall really picture of what's going on in the relationship itself, almost like a third entity, right? Her, him, but that's the them, what they're both being healed between the both of them. These cards can be a little triggery. There are shadow and light attributes for each archetype. These are soul patterns. These are part of your sacred contract. Read Sacred Contracts by Carolyn Mace. This is her deck. It explains all of that. So let's see who we've got here. Yeah, man, these are really tricky. These have been tricky, but really, really good. Now, I'm going to use a word that's going to trigger you if you're the divine feminine here. You might even want to click off the vid. But I got to tell you, as toxic as the shadow attribute is as brilliant and bright as the light is, right? So as deadly as the shadow is as alive and healing and brilliant as the light is. Yeah, we've got the addict archetype, wild card family archetype of the addict for the divine feminine. And look, everybody has their addictions, right? Everybody has. And you can have an archetype for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Like there are people who are lifetime addicts. It's not just substances, right? Codependence or workaholism or food, right? You know, it's just something that they've come in to develop the power of the light from the shadow. So the shadow compromises integrity and honesty, allows an addictive pattern to have authority over your inner spirit. I've gotten this plenty of times in my personal readings for myself, and it really makes me go within and say, okay, what am I medicating? Because even if I'm not using externals necessarily spiritual bypassing, perfect example of a non-physical way of medicating pain without actually healing by feeling. Ugh, God, that was practically out of Barney, wasn't it? The light attribute helps you recognize and confront addictive behavior, whether in yourself or someone else, but usually it's hard to, the word that they use, recognize addictive behavior unless you've dealt with some of your own. So I am going to say for right now, this divine feminine is more in the light. And if you're watching this, then by all means, why wouldn't you be in a healing process, right? Because as you transform that addict archetype within yourself, even one piece of lead to gold, right? One alchemization from lead to gold, it heals that much for everybody else on planet Earth, right? That's the holographic nature of unity consciousness, but you're also doing it for this divine masculine who has the Avenger archetype, right? The shadow action family archetype, the shadow attribute, resorting to violence in the name of a cause, which, by the way, resorting to violence can be just as much of an addiction as anything else, right? It's a pathology, right? Something that's pathological doesn't necessarily mean they're crazy. It just means there's a certain neural pathway, right? Or even the habitual choices that we make, like an addiction, right? So the light attribute, desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. I mean, this is kind of like Hawkeye. Hawkeye, I wouldn't say so much Hank Pym or you know, I mean, they were Avengers. You're Thor. Such a bad joke. All right, so we know who we've got here. Now, remember, the genders on this go like this, all right? So we're not even talking about specific bodily gendered stuff going on here, but an addict and an avenger, aside from the assonance, this could be a pain in the assonance that needs to be healed through a soulmate contract. And remember, they're not all romantic sexual. These are the happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate contracts. So we're going to take 5 Daughters of the Moon Tarot to clarify the divine feminine with the 5 elements, fire, earth, air, water, spirit. We're going to do the same with the mythic tarot for the divine masculine, and then flip them over element by element and see what's going on for them individually. Breathe. One more time, please, my beautiful, magnificent goddesses of Earth and the sign of Taurus. I need 5 cards in the element spread for this divine feminine dealing with the addict archetype in this happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, healthy, underline healthy, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate contract for January 2021, but timeless whenever they are watching it. Please, what is her element of fire? What does she most desire in this contract? What is her element of earth? What she has to fuel the fire to get her what she wants in this contract, what she yearns for, what she burns for. Element of air, what is she predominantly thinking about the contract? Element of water, what is she predominantly feeling about the contract? And element of spirit, what is the point of view or the voice of the soul who agreed to the contract before incarnation with this divine masculine avenger? Breathe. My gods of earth and the sign of Taurus, please, 5 cards in clarity. Element spread for this divine masculine avenger in this Taurus collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate contract for January 2021 or timeless, please. Element of fire, what does he most desire in this contract, yearn for, burn for, element of earth. What does he have to fuel that fire to help him get his heart's desires manifest? Please, what is this element of air? What is he predominantly thinking about this contract? Element of water, what is he predominantly feeling? They just said, if anything. That's not right. Please, this divine masculine, what is he predominantly feeling about this? I feel like that was some of you who said that or thought that. Time is weird, timey-wimey. And please, what is the element of spirit, the point of view or the voice of the soul that agreed to this contract with this divine feminine? He's dealing with the addict archetype. All right, all 13 cards are on the table. Let's do some flipping. Let's flip this. Element of fire. What do they burn for? Their heart's desire. All right, so what she wants, interestingly enough, is the Four of Cups, which you would say, why would somebody want the Four of Cups? In this deck, it's called sorrow. Why would somebody want sorrow? This could be about emotional release and emotional healing, dealing with pain. To heal and resolve the pain that an addict would be dealing with, right? You got to feel it to heal it. And that's easier said than done. Now, simple need not imply easy, of course, in miracles. But he's got the Ace of Wands here. This Zeus, right? Starting off the quest for the Golden Fleece for Jason and the Argonauts in this deck. So he wants to begin again with this one. I wonder if these two do know each other, and I wonder if they have been together. Now, look, Four of Cups is not complete ruin. In some ways, it's emotional rest and emotional healing, allowing things to settle before the Five of Cups, right? Change, right? Regardless of the type of change. The tumult that may come, and sometimes it's a change that feels really good and surprising and changes everything. My sense of this is that for the majority of you, you two do know each other. Look, oh, look what's happening. I was just going to say you've done this dance before. I look at my energy, feels doing it in my body. Yeah. Like, even if it wasn't like choreographed, it feels like there was a dance here, and whether that's symbolic or literal or both. This feels very, very interesting. You could say that what she really wants is to get over this loss, this sadness. Now, it is a little different. We're used to seeing this more in the Five of Cups here. Fiona Morgan does it with the Four of Cups. 3 cups spilt in the waves, right? Knocked over by the waves, but one still behind her. It might be that she's still holding out hope, that she wants this to work out. But I feel like if there was addictive behavior in here with an Avenger archetype wanting to balance the scales, it might not have gone well before. You guys might have needed to pull apart so that you can come back together, not as new people, same souls, but different personalities, healthier. And I feel like Ace of Wands, he really wants to give this another go again. Wants to. Let's see what's the element of earth. You're kidding me. You both got the Three of Wands. That never happens. It does, but rarely. You both got the Three of Wands. 3 of Flames and 3 of Wands. You both want this loyalty together. You both want to wait for each other. If someone's in rehab here, I'm just going to say, don't worry about the work. Do your work, but I'm sure that's like 10% maybe of the population. But my goodness gracious, talk about mirroring. You both have loyalty for each other. You have it. In other words, it's not something that you have to acquire. It's element of earth. You already, well, it's in the position of element of earth. There is great loyalty between the two of you here. And he wants to give it another shot, but she wants to heal this. She wants to, maybe this is for the both of them. Maybe this is something that they have been through with this Four of Cups. And maybe needs a little bit more time for herself is kind of what I'm getting here. Element of air, what are they thinking? You're kidding me. She's got the Two of Cups and he's got the Lovers. First major arcana card on the table that we've seen so far. She's in love with him. Now look, if there could be codependent stuff going on here. There could be love addiction, which is different. Love addiction is different than codependence. Codependence can be with anybody. Romantic love addiction, it is very biochemical. Oh, please, falling in love. It's endorphin, it's dopamine, right? You know, it's just easily to get addicted to emotions because of their biochemical components. Oh, watch What the Bleep Do We Know? Good movie. Matlin does an amazing job, I think, considering the context, right? And the Lovers, he's thinking about making this life-changing decision, making a move towards her. She wants it, but she wants the time to heal. Look, she got the Two of Cups and the Four of Cups. So there's a lot of remembrance. Put those together, you get the Six of Cups, right? So there's a lot of this missing. And I'm wondering if it's triggering patterns in her that she knows she's dealt with before. Hence that loyalty. She's like, I'll do what's loyalty to herself as well, right? to do this in a clear, clean way, and maybe to wait, right? Like both of them can say, I will wait for this ship to come in. I will wait for you. I will wait for you. Oh, emotionally cheapers, frickin' creepers, my Taurians. She's got the Five of Pentacles, the Earthquake, and he's got the Tower. I have said that, to me, the Five of Pentacles is the Tower card of the Major Arcana. A very fast change. Earthquakes take, perhaps centuries to build up the pressure, but 10 seconds of an earthquake changes everything, depending on Richter scale, obviously. So she's feeling this emotional earthquake. Her entire interior landscape is changing very quickly. Very quickly. Like, I feel the intensity of it. It feels like her heart has been broken, Five of Pentacles, but I don't feel like it's all about him. Now, if you two have not met each other, that makes sense too, right? It's like that she's really, really, really getting into her emotional healing, and something has shifted, something has changed. So, you know, with that Three of Wands, what they have, they're waiting for the right person to come in, but I have a feeling you know each other. The majority, general reads, they're a little crazy making. The Tower, his emotions have been struck by lightning. He's in love. No, they have to know each other, or at least be aware of each other, because that kind of, I mean, unless that really is being struck by divine love from above and having a spiritual awakening, but with the Avenger archetype, an action family archetype, I just wonder if the heartbreak between these two of them, because it's another way to read this, right? Again, general reads, it's a percentage game, that his heart may really have been leveled to the ground and is in the process of rebuilding, but I think that can also be an emotional. That's why we said, what does he feel? As it, like, what did they say? As if that were possible, like, or that you know, divine masculine is tend not to be that emotional. But it feels like there might be an emotional awakening here, because he's thinking the card of the Lovers. In other words, this is a soulmate contract. Even if these two are not together and don't know each other, just keep doing your thing. Doesn't matter which side you are. Keep doing your healing. You're helping each other heal. All right, the soul. Point of view of the soul, power, spirit. What do we got here? She's got the Three of Pentacles. He's got the Knight of Pentacles. Now, this is the Virgo card for me. We'll get there in a minute. The Three of Pentacles, the soul is saying, darling, take all of your tools, all of your wisdom, all of your experience, even if it's just 3 pentacles. Get your hands in the clay. Get to work. Rebuild your foundation. And her foundation is being rebuilt, which is actually what this is saying. From the soul's point of view that agreed to this contract, it's like, you guys have just begun. You're not an ace, but this is being rebuilt. But it's being rebuilt from within, you see, right? This Five of Cups, this change, this earthquake is also simultaneously allowing a spiritual rebuilding of her foundation and the foundation of this contract. Knight of Pentacles, mutable earth, the Virgo card. This is somebody who's doing the work, but doing it slowly. The approach that the soul is saying, do not rush in. There are beehives in the background here. I don't know if you can see. You probably can't, right? But a beehive isn't made overnight, and neither is honey, right? Honey. Oh, honey, right? So this Avenger is not galloping in like the Gemini, like the Knight of Swords, coming in slow and steady, making sure his T's are crossed and his I's dotted. But there is love here, at least her to him. She might still be in that healing, right? That Four of Cups, with the Four of Cups in fire, wanting to kind of do that emotional deal with it, sorrow releasing work, which helps rebuild the foundation, while her heart is going through immense, fast change. Remember, earthquakes, a 2-minute earthquake would be at a high Richter scale, which it might as well be an atomic bomb, so to speak, without the radioactivity, unless you never know what's buried. Holy crap. All right, last card down. What is the dominant archetype that they share or that's going on here? I love it. The hero, heroine archetype. Perfect. Another action family archetype. The shadow attribute. Escapism and a false sense of heroism. Here we go. The addict archetype, escapism, and the Avenger resorting to violence in the name of a cause, a false sense of heroism. Holy shit, it's both of them. The light that is being alchemized here passion for a journey of personal empowerment. We've got two potential heroes here. And chances are both of them were villains at some point. Let's go. No one's born a hero. No one's born a villain. It's a process, right? It's led to gold, right? From narcissist to empath, however you want to see that, right? But my goodness gracious, what a clear reading, right? So we've got the Addict and the Avenger. She wants to heal this emotional stuff inside of her and in the relationship. These two must know each other before. This is really talking about past relationships that were perhaps emotionally abusive, neglectful, codependent, and involved loss. Any combination of those. He wants a reboot. He wants to start this again. He wants to reignite this whole thing. She's got the Three of Wands in Earth. He's got the Three of Wands in Earth, right? So they are both willing to wait and do the work, right? Not just waiting from what else I see going on here, because she's got the Two of Cups thinking about him. At least the idea of him if they haven't met. And he's got, in his mind, the major life-changing major arcana decision card, right? Head versus heart, or both. Is there a way to make lovingly wise, empowered decisions, right? And it will be life-changing, right? It's just amazing. So they're definitely, again, the quantum entanglement of soulmate contract. Of course, you're feeling each other's energy, right? Element of water. Come on. Five of Pentacles, earthquake, abrupt emotional shakeup going on, and the Tower. I would say abrupt emotional shakeup, but from a divine point of view, right? A major arcana, a bolt of lightning. A bolt of enlightenment could be, as I said, emotional awakening. And the power of the soul here, the Three of Pentacles with the King of Pentacles, both of them could very easily be earth signs or have that in their chart, but more so saying that they're both doing their work. And and I just saw this now. Here, I'll do it this way so it faces the correct way. Right now, they are facing away from each other, her on her work and him on his work. But they're both moving forward. And remember, sometimes you got to go around the world to come back together, right? Sometimes, what is it? What is that from Caddyshack? Sometimes the shortest distance between 2 points is a line in the opposite direction. Bloop. Why do I remember those things, but I don't know where my keys are? I don't know, but the hero archetype, I have the hero archetype, lifelong, 7th house. The romantic hero, right? It's fucking hard. Heracles wearing his bracelet. This is really an opportunity for both of them to heal their own personal empowerment so they can come together. And then, you've got this healthy divine feminine and this healthy divine masculine. Really, what a duo. Are they a dynamic duo? I don't know, but bang / pow, let me know in the comment section what's going on for you in this read. And if you really feel it in your gut, in your bones, in your blood, jump over to the extended reading on Vimeo. It is linked down below. Otherwise, may the Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign be blessed with all that they need in their happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate contracts, so they may both heal, learn, grow, evolve, become the best that they can be, and fulfill their roles in the divine plan for their well-being and for the quantum healing through unity consciousness for all sentient life. So mote it be, and so it is. Thank you for watching again. Like if you like, subscribe if you want, comment if you feel it. I always read the comments. They're fun for me. Otherwise, wishing you all the very best and the very blessed for this soulmate contract, January 2021, timeless whenever you are watching it. Thank you so much for watching. Farewell and blessed be.